All right, guys, I'm going to make this abundantly clear. If she is not giving you a chance to date her, to have sex with her, she is fucking useless to you. Let me say it again. If she's not allowing you to date her, take her on dates, inquire about it, or fuck her, she's useless to you. This will save your life because a lot of you are very content in your mating strategy, which is, well, I'm going to be friends with her and just play the long game and hope that she gets comfortable with me. And we know women are emotional, so maybe they'll warm up to me over time. And look, there's been situations where has worked and dudes have figured out. You do not want to be her and anything but her first choice. So if you're a second choice, 12th choice, 51st choice, you're cooked and you're never going to be able to command respect, get her to listen to you, and to adhere to what you're doing in your relationship. I'm telling you, it's an L. And for a lot of you women out there that are haters, I didn't say all women are useless because that's what you guys hear. You hear like bits and pieces and then put them together like Legos and then hope that it like works and stays together. That's not what this is. The reason I'm saying this so specifically and directly, especially to you men, is because I'm so tired of you guys. And I know so many of you that are in situations with chicks where it's cooked already, you're done. And she didn't give you a chance to date. She didn't give you a chance to have sex. Cool. Doesn't mean she's a bad person. Keep it pushing. And what you realize as a man is that, and I've talked to a lot of these dudes, and it's really sad to see it. A lot of you guys think your mating strategy of being a friend and all this shit, like it's an L. It never works. It really does not work. And if it does work, you're not a first choice, so it's cooked. And when you're doing this, when you're whatever, being a friend or whatever the fuck you want to call it, it's so stupid. You think that she's respecting you more because you want to be a good person and be her friend, but deep down, when it comes to her arousal and her attraction towards you, every single time you talk to her, continue to hang out with her, maybe fucking get her gifts, you keep going down, 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 down. And you're done. You're never. And here's the thing, too. I've asked a lot of women about this that have guy best friends. And I make sure women that I date do not have guy best friends because some women like to have that sort of male energy around, but I don't even call that fucking male energy. That's just simp behavior. Some women like simps. Some women like guys around them that are going to give them compliments, say all this shit, and they don't have to give anything in return. It's something I want you simps out there to realize right now. Because if this has been your mating strategy, you got to stop doing it right now. For as hard as you're working to talk to her, to hang out with her, to FaceTime her, to text, all this shit, she's making somebody else work so much less harder to get so much more. She's making a dude that she's hooking up with, having sex with, do nothing. Nothing. He has to do nothing. But you think by showering her and giving her compliments and praise and all this shit that you're being a good man and she's going to respect you more. When it comes to arousal and attraction, it goes down. It's cooked. You're done. So you got to stop being a simp. If she's not giving you sex or if she's not allowing you to go on dates with her or talk to her, doesn't mean she's a bad person. But you keep it pushing until you find the girl or girls that are willing to do that for you. And I promise you, when you go in this route, and look, there's going to be girls that this happens, right? Nothing will really happen. But I promise you one thing, they're going to respect you more. Word gets around, and they're going to know you're not someone to fuck with. And that's how you're going to do it. And I always hear like this argument of, well, I just, as a man, I want woman companionship and I don't really have all this shit. And I'm like, bro, get a dog. It's less stress. It's easier on yourself. They're not going to talk back to you. Every time you show up, they're going to be fucking happy. I mean, I can go down a list. And the reason I say get a dog in this situation, because if she's not fucking you or giving you a chance to pursue something with her, she's useless, literally useless to you. So why do you continue to go down this road where you're like, you know what? I'll be nice. I'll be cool. And it's whatever. And the other thing, too, is that when you say you want this woman companionship, it really, really fucking pisses me off that some of you guys do this dumb shit. You do realize that in the woman companionship where maybe she's giving it to you, you guys are hanging out or talking and it's just friends and you like hope that it turns into something. Have you ever noticed that you're not really getting or talking to other girls? Like you just stay in this cycle because when you have woman companionship in a lot of situations, you're going to become softer. You're going to become more feminine. Women do not want to date themselves. They want to date a fucking man. That's how that goes. So if you're sitting there hanging around a bunch of chicks and just like fucking playing a long game, it's an L and you're done. So what you're going to do today is you're going to stop doing that shit. You're going to inquire about a girl you like. You're going to see whether or not she wants to take you seriously, allow you to have sex with her, go on dates, whatever. If she's not letting you do those things, you're cutting it off. Doesn't mean she's a bad person. Doesn't mean you have ill will toward her, but it's a waste of your fucking time. And I'll tell you something too. As a dude, as you get a little bit more money, a little bit more status, fame, or whatever you're doing that is exceptionally well, you become better looking. You will notice, because some of this sounds foreign to you guys right now, listening and watching this, you'll notice how you stop putting up with bullshit and fuckery, especially when it comes to women. And this is straight fuckery. And by the way, as much as I get on women on this show, and I get on men too, you as the dude are the problem, because by being her companion and being her friend or being the guy that you like potentially want to see something through, but you're waiting on her, you're inflating her ego. Like, what the fuck are you doing? That's a complete L. And also, you're inflating a girl's ego that isn't giving you a chance. This, by definition, is what a simp is. You are giving praises and compliments and all this shit, and in return, you're getting nothing. That's a simp. Stop being a fucking simp. It's that simple. I promise you. If you do what I'm telling you to do, yeah, it may suck for a little. You may lose that friend. You may lose her. Yeah, she was a cool girl. Oh, she was funny. Amazing. She can be an acquaintance. But there's no more fucking trying to hang out with her and doing all this shit if she's not giving you sex or a chance to date her. You're done doing it. It stops today. Okay? And when you guys realize this too, like when you stop being simps and inflating her ego, these girls, especially the one that you're probably doing this on, they're going to have to come back down to reality. Their expectations in men are going to come down. And look, it's just incredibly unrealistic to do what you're doing and think you're going to get a positive outcome. I'm telling you, if you stop doing this, and I know that this show here reaches a lot of you around the world, I'm telling you, these women will have to get in line and behave if you stop praising them and simping on them and thinking that that's going to be a successful strategy when mating. Because here's the other thing, too. Women understand very directly, and I've talked to tons of them about this topic specifically, that if you're coming at them with that, they know right then and there they got to put a wall up and protect themselves because that's your mating strategy, because that's pretty much every dude's dating strategy or mating strategy to date or to get sex, because they're unaware of this shit unless you watch this show. So they have to have their guard up, and they can't really just go out and be free and kind of just like talk to you and see what happens. They have to have a wall up. So if you, again, like I don't know how many times I have to talk about this, bring this up in specific shows to where you see there's not any positive that's coming out of this. If you hang around her, you're going to become feminine and soft. If you continue to give her attention, you're going to inflate her ego. Like there's no possible W that's coming out of this. And like for those of you that are like, well, I know that guy and he was friends with this girl for years and all of a sudden they're married and they're in a good relationship. It could be the exception to the rule. The exception doesn't disprove the rule. And if you argue the exception, you are low IQ. No shit. We're talking about in general, it's not going to work. And as I said earlier, I've talked to a lot of girls about this. It never works. Like I've asked them, so like if a dude has this sort of mating strategy of being your friend or just being super nice and showering you with compliments, does it work? Every single time, no matter where she's from, what she's about, how old she is, they're like, no, it just turns me off even more. I'm giving y'all a game right now because I want to see you win. I'm so fucking tired, so tired in 2025. How many men message me and are like, this is a problem. I can't figure this out. This is a huge, huge moment right now in your life where you could stop what you're doing in this fucking stupid simp mating strategy. Be like, you know what? I'm going to be a man. I'm going to inquire, see if she's about it. And if she's not, cool, keep it pushing. That's how it's got to be. It's just truly, truly incredible. And I'll leave you on this, and I'll paint you a great picture. Imagine when you do meet a girl that actually like wants to take you seriously and wants to give you sex and hang out with you and like it's amazing. All of a sudden you're going to realize, holy shit, why did I just sit here for the last however many years of my life and was friends with a girl in hopes that she's going to choose me? Fucking delusion 101. And I said it before and I'll say it again right now. There is a dude right now on her phone that she's talking to 1000% that has to do nothing but show up at 10 p.m. when she texts him to come over, and he's getting everything that you want. Yet you're sitting here trying to play this game of being a simp and doing all these things and showering her and complimenting her. Why? And I'm not saying to not be nice to girls. Cool. Be nice, whatever. But if you're using this as your mating strategy, you're cooked. And I will finish on this because this is actually probably one of the best rants I've ever done in my life. But I'm going to protect you and save you as I always do. As I just mentioned, imagine when you do meet that girl and things go well and you're getting what you want out of it. Now imagine the girl that you've always wanted, maybe you got her. She's all of a sudden giving you attention. Imagine having to explain to that girl, this girl over here, that girl over here, that girl over there, that you're friends with. Bro, girls aren't going to tolerate that shit. Period. End of story. Like I'm, as a dude, absolutely not going to date a girl that has guy best friends. It's cooked. It's done. But women absolutely, in most cases, will never date or commit to a dude that has girl best friends for all the reasons that I talked about and the fact that it could be a threat to that relationship. So take it as you will. You can either take what I just said and apply it to your life, and I promise you, you'll be much better off, or continue doing what you're doing and continue getting the same result. But I promise you, I would never say promise and all this stuff if I didn't know what I was talking about. So that's it. That's that. And look, stop being a fucking simp and you're going to be fine. So stop being a simp.